1, 2, 3, bruschetta and bread that has been dipped directly into the ocean. Join me on this bizarro journey. This is super duper cool because you never see it, and most of my friends are like, why would they sell basically uncrushed breadcrumbs? Because that's what this is. It's like a sun-dried ciabatta bread. And the answer is, it's for preservation. But the Italians dip this in the water. And that's how they like make it edible again. So that's what we're gonna do. So we have water here, and we'll add some salt to mimic the Mediterranean and Adriatic seas. Sun-dried ciabatta bread. Ooh. The texture you're gonna get is bizarre and wonderful. It's, I don't wanna say mealy, but there's crunch, you can hear it. Well, if we come off here, you can hear the crunch, right? It's wonderful. Coming in with another one, here we go. This is like a 30-second soak, if you will. The most classic bruschetta is tomatoes, garlic, basil. You can grab your delivery tops, throw a whole bunch of tomatoes in there like this, and then you can put that guy on top, and you can come in with a bread knife like this, and that's gonna give you a whole bunch of tomato halves. Salt, some olive oil, go like that. I say we mix it around a bit. Basil, you can cut it, you can tear it. I'm gonna tear it. The garlic you do want to get a fine mince on though. Okay. Garlic in. Bruschetta number 1. Bruschetta number 2. Cannellini beans. You can soak them overnight and then boil them in water, or go straight out of the can and rinse them. Take about half of them and put a little bit of olive oil and some salt to create a mashing environment. And what this is gonna do is make a sort of bean paste. To add a pop of color and be traditional, sage. You put the olive oil in the pan, and we don't need a lot. See that? That's exactly what you're looking for. Boom. You give it a little flip. All right, that's it. So you can kill it and come right onto a towel of paper. Bruschetta number 3, ladies and gentlemen, is ricotta honey. Ricotta and honey works because it's essentially milk and honey. And that's all I have to say about that. Okay, so some ricotta right on top of the bread like this, right? So let's go all over the place. How about some ricotta on this guy right here? Or girl, it could be a girl piece of bread. This is a little bit too strong for the delicateness of our bread. So I think to thin it out a little bit, and also to add some acidity, because there's not a whole lot going on there, we should hit it with a little bit of the balsamic vinegar, because it's right here. Here we go. Here come a few of the beans, right on top into the glue. You come in with the sage. You can just kind of do that. Okay, here we go, right on there. And it can spill over the sides, it's totally fine. We're not done, because I totally forgot about pepper. You gotta have the black pepper contrast on the white. And of course, honey. And it's yellow. Okay, so here we come in with honey, ricotta honey. Parmesan and honey is also a great combo. Oh yeah, that is not safe for work. The Italians never want to put anything to waste. And when they ride around on their boats for all of August, which the whole country does and the economy comes to a halt, they carry their bread with them that they dried from home because the ports don't have bread. So they dip the bread into the water, and then as they go from port to port, they pick up local ingredients. So this is a wonderful combination of, you know, having one item that doesn't go bad and is ready to use with a simple dip into the water, and then using what is available to you as a topping.